Hi guys, Aileen here. I just wanted to make a video and I haven't made one in a while and I didn't really have a conversation. I didn't have a video topic per se. And that got me thinking, like, I think that's my issue with YouTube is that I'm so not good at staying in one lane and picking a niche. Like, for the longest time, this was a make money online channel where I would talk to you guys about whatever multi-level marketing or network marketing or online earning thing I was doing at the time. And then for a while I was talking about supplements and homeopathic stuff. And then I was trying to do videos about clean living, which I'm still doing. I'm definitely still eating better and trying to make better choices with all of my purchases. But I'm just not good at making targeted content and staying on track with that, like, niche. So I thought, let's just try something new. Let's just have a conversation. And before you point out the obvious, that I'm sitting in front of a camera talking to nobody, there is a way to make this conversation, and that's the comments below. And if we do this right, you can help me come up with the topics for the next conversation. And maybe you ask me a question and I can answer it in the next conversation, or you tell me a story and I could share it in the next conversation. I just thought it would be really fun to just make a bunch of videos, just random conversations. So, hello. It is Tuesday. I just finished making a bunch of chicken crust pizzas. So that's chicken, eggs, and Parmesan cheese is cooked chicken. And I blend it together and then I make little waffles out of it. And then I take the little waffles and I put ketchup on it. It's chicken pizza, so it's okay to put ketchup on it instead of tomato sauce. Tomato sauce gives me heartburn. So then I put mozzarella on it, and then I put olives. I chop some olives up, some black olives, and then I put it in the oven. And then once the cheese was all melty, I wrap them in wax paper and foil and I put them in the freezer. So then when I'm ready to eat one, I just pop it in the air fryer and I got a tasty little treat. So I just finished making those. My husband went to something, so he's out of the house and I'm just here by myself. So yeah, I made 3 sales on eBay today. Stickers, so I didn't make that much money, but that's okay. I have like 10,000 stickers, so eventually I'll have a whole bunch more listed and maybe my total of sales will reach into the 20s or 30s per day. That would be awesome. But I'm happy with 3 sales. I packaged them up and put them in the outgoing mail slot already, so very excited about that. Let's see what else is new. Oh yeah, so if you're new here, if you don't know me, I wear wigs. This is actually my very own creation. This is a yarn wig that I made and it's twisted yarn. This one actually needs to be tightened. The thing with yarn is that it tends to relax and then it's not very tight, and so then it shifts back as you're wearing it, which is why I have the cap on. And I'm making a new one right now, so I'm working on, yeah. And then I've got pretty sparkly Amazon shoelaces in here as well, because life's too short not to have fun. And if you are wondering why I wear wigs, I can tell you that. That's a good topic of conversation. Let's see, how vulnerable do I want to be? I struggled with head scabs for about 10 years and I did everything that I could to get rid of them. I went down to washing my hair once a week, which I actually found out was better for you than every day. I stopped using shampoo, started using baking soda, water, even tried apple cider vinegar, and ouch, that hurt on fresh scabs. I am also somebody who can't not pick a scab, so I just always had a bloody head. And so in 2020, I was living in Arizona. My husband and I were house parents at a children's home called Sunshine Acres. If any of my Sunshine Acres people are watching, hello, love you, miss you. Anyhow, I just went ahead and shaved my head to see if I could address my scalp without all the hair in the way. I also have vitiligo. You probably can't tell so much. I've got two different colors here. I have that on my head too, white and brown. So all the white is right here in the front, and it made me look and feel really old because I was in my 20s. I was in my 20s when this started turning white. It was 17 when I first started getting my first white spots. So yeah, the white hair and the head scabs were mostly why I shaved my head, and it worked wonders. I stopped getting the scabs, so then I started growing my hair back, and the scabs came back. So I shaved my head again, and that was, like 5 years ago. So I'm actually growing it back out right now just to try it. I am currently experiencing head scabs again, but I will be trying some new vitamins that are supposed to help with skin issues, and I'm going to give it until January. And if the head scabs are not gone, if I haven't addressed it, then I'm going to shave my head again. My husband's not happy with that. He actually doesn't like the yarn wig because he's crazy. But I'm trying to be a good wife and give it a try to grow my hair back out. But I will, sorry, I got some kind of cat hair in my eye there. Woo. Yeah, I can show you guys if you want to see. Woo. See, what I was talking about, it goes back really far because it needs to be tightened. So this is my hair currently. You can't really see the scabs, but they're there. And like right here, it looks like I'm bald, but there's hair there. It's just white, and the skin underneath it is white as well. Same with here. You can see it a little better on this side because of the light. But I've got hair all the way there. I've got it. You just can't see it. So it makes me look bald. Which, if I'm gonna look bald, I might as well be bald. But yeah, there's my lovely speckled head. So yeah, I'm gonna put this back on because, as silly as it looks, I feel the most me when I'm wearing my yarn wig. I think the reason being is that normal wigs, oh, I swear I got a cat hair in my eye. Normal wigs are so uncomfortable. They are scratchy, they are hot, they are tangly because I like my hair to be long. Synthetic wigs are ridiculously tangly when they're long, and I can't afford a nice human hair wig. I would love a nice human hair wig. Perhaps it would be a little different if it was human hair and not synthetic. But I've found a solution that works for me, and that is to make yarn wigs. And I love them. And I think it goes a little further. It tells people that I'm different. It starts conversations anywhere I go. Sometimes in the grocery store, someone will come up to me and say, I love your hair. Or anywhere. People just come up to me and talk to me about my hair, which I love because I love people and I love conversations, and it starts conversations. If you guys know my younger sister, Natalie, my favorite person in the world, she has dreadlocks right now. So when we are together, we definitely look like an odd pair, but that's okay. She's weird like me, so it works. Let's see what else. What else? Okay, so I am the kind of person who always has a big idea that she's working on. I have tried to start like a million different businesses, and I have a million more ideas in my head. But my problem is that I'm not wonderful at the follow through, at the longevity of it, because I just go on to the next idea as soon as I get any kind of friction. So right now the thing that I'm really stuck on is let me back it up a little bit. So back when we were at Sunshine Acres, the one thing that I loved the most about that place was that it was really an intentional community between the house parents and the kids and the staff. Like it it was just a really good intentional community. There were so many good things about that. And so when we left there, I just really had it in my mind and in my heart and in my dreams that I would love to one day be a part of creating an intentional community like that. Not like that, but with the same kind of feel, with the, your neighbors, and you sit around in the evenings and you talk and you have dinners together, and you're more than neighbors, you're friends and your family. And like, I just, I crave that. So my parents came to visit last year, actually this week last year, Facebook keeps reminding me, and they stayed at this campsite that was so beautiful. It was steps from the beach, and the other direction, it was steps from the river. I think it's the river or lake, something. Yeah, I think it's a river. Anyways, I don't really care about the river. I just love the beach. And this particular campground is just, it it reminds me of, like the really old diner that you walk into that's been around for 100 years. Like, it's amazing and it's beautiful, but there are so many things that they could utilize to make it better so that they would actually have people in their campground all the time. And there are little tweaks that could happen, like changing up the website and the booking software and creating social media. There's these little cabins. Automatic feeder for the cats. There's these little cabins that are super outdated that could be updated super easily, probably with $2,000, a new paint job, some new furniture, make them Instagrammable little tiny homes. The pool has an amazing space that is just not being utilized. They could add some cabanas or some lounge seating and make it so beautiful. And I don't know, I feel like if I could get in there and partnership with them and help them make it better, then maybe in return I could live there, like live on the campground, buy a trailer or a tiny home, or I don't even know, maybe they have a building on the property that's not being used. I just I just want to have a conversation with the people who own it. So I sent an email a couple months ago, no reply. And then I sent a letter a few weeks ago, no reply. So then I called a few days ago to check in on the email, or not the email, the letter, just to kind of see if anyone got it and see if I could talk to somebody. And the lady that answered the phone had no idea that I had sent a letter. So obviously she's not the person that it was addressed to. And she was trying to ask what the letter was about, and I was trying to explain it to her. She was not understanding, because I mean, honestly, this is not a nice little package deal that I can explain. So when I was explaining to her all of the ideas that I had that could help to improve the property, I said like social media and booking software and website, and she immediately said, "Oh, we already have a website, mistress, thank you," and then she just hung up. So now I'm like, I don't know what to do. Do I like go there in person? I I just feel like I'm so much on the verge of like harassing them when I really haven't even gotten to talk to a single person who can tell me if they would even be interested in working with me. I mean, if they tell me no, like we're not interested, awesome, cool, door shut. But I haven't even gotten to the point of being able to have a conversation. So I'm trying to figure out what to do now, because I so very much, like, I can't even tell you, this is the most beautiful property I've ever seen in my entire life. Like, to say that I could live in a trailer or a tiny home, if you know me, because you know that I love stuff, but I am consciously paring down in preparation for such a time as this, if it happens. You just have to know, to be that close to the beach would be such a dream come true. And to be able to foster the creation of an intentional community. If that just means that campers come and stay, then okay. But my idea would be to take some of the campsites and turn it into long-term so that there could be a little bit of a community of people out there. So that's my big idea right now. And that's my brick wall that I've hit. So if you have an idea of what I can do, please tell me, because I'm not really sure where to go from here. Like, do I send another letter? Do I try more emails? Do I go in person? I don't want to become somebody that's like on a list of people like not allowed on the property, like because they think I'm crazy or like I'm trying to harass them or something. Anyhow, yeah, that's that. Let's see what else is there. It's cold today. It's Florida cold. Like it was 65. That was very cold. I actually have shoes and socks on. I still have shoes on because I just walked to the mailbox. Normally I never have shoes inside, but I still have them on because I just haven't taken them off yet. But yeah, it's cold. So, well, I guess that's a conversation. If you don't know me, nice to meet you. I'm Aileen. I am 43, I think. I think I'm 43. I was born in 83. So would that make me 43? Or 42 or 44? I think I'm 43. Once you get to a certain age, you kind of forget between the years how old you are. But I think that's right because my sister is 2 years and 10 months younger than me, and she will be turning 40 in January. So yes, that would mean that I was 43. Yeah, so I'm 43. I'm married. Me and my husband have been married for 12 years. He hates to be on camera, which is why there's hardly any pictures of him anywhere. So there's that. We have 2 cats. They're wonderful. I would have 100 if it was up to me. But 1, I live in an apartment, and 2, my husband won't let me have 100. But he does want to live on a sailboat soon. So maybe he could live in a sailboat and I could live in an RV on an amazing campground, and then I could foster kittens again. And when you foster kittens, the best thing is that you get the best of them when they're tiny and itty bitty and so cute. And then you get to pass them on to somebody who gets to love them for the rest of their lives, so that you don't end up with 100 cats, but you can still get your kitten fix. Because I get kitten fever like most people get baby fever. I do not have any children that belong to me, but I have helped to raise quite a few kids in my days. I did daycare with my mom for a long time. Then I was a vacation nanny for a short stint. I worked for a nanny agency that worked with vacationers back in Bend, Oregon, where I'm from. Then I was a full-time nanny, a full-time live-in nanny for a little over a year. And then I was a part-time nanny for a bunch of different families at the same time. Then I took a break from childcare for a while. I got married, I moved to Arkansas, and I did retail, and then I worked for insurance. And then me and my husband became house parents at a children's home in Arizona. We did that for a couple years, and then we moved here to Florida, and we worked at a group home as house parents for 9 months, and now I work for a nonprofit. But I dream of all the businesses that I'd like to start. Maybe that should be my next conversation. Should I give you guys a list of all the businesses I want to start? It's probably never going to happen, but I have a head full of businesses. Maybe I could give you guys the ideas and you can make them, and then they can be out in the world. That would be awesome. So yeah, so now it's your turn. For this to be a conversation, you do have to write in the comments below. Please be nice. I know that you don't really know me and that it's the internet and it's really easy to be mean and rude and say horrible things because you can. Please resist the urge and be nice. And I'm going to make another one of these conversations maybe tomorrow. We shall see. Maybe this weekend. Anyhow, yeah, that's it. Hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. I don't know when you're watching this. If you're watching it in the morning, I hope you have a wonderful day. If you're watching it in the evening, I hope you have a wonderful sleep. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this conversation. I am imagining that I'm sitting across from you and that you are just the most amazing listener, and that I'm walking away feeling seen and heard and known, and thank you for that. So, all right, bye.